What's up, guys? For those of you that watched the video already, if you didn't, go watch it. I had a big issue with the SAR9 when I went to shoot it for the first time. Slide release stopped, kept blocking back the slide. So what we're gonna do right now is we are going to take off the slide and take the slide release stop off and see if I can come up with something to fix that issue. So let's do it. First, like most pistols, you cock it back just a little bit, enough to press down on the takedown levers. These are really stiff, but apparently you don't have to pull too hard. Just a little click, and then you let it go, and you press the trigger and it comes off. Obviously, always make sure your pistol is clear. No magazine, nothing in the chamber before you do this. I didn't do it because I had already done it off camera. Now, what we're gonna do is try to take that pin out. It's just different than the Glock, so I don't think wiggling the slide release stop is gonna do it. There we go. So basically you just push in really hard and it'll come out. There's no wiggling whatsoever. There we go. There it is. So to take that lock and block out, you have to push down on the other pin that's on the takedown levers on the side. So you have to push down on that. And then this takedown levers, it's all one piece, comes off. And then the pin starts coming out. There it is. There's the pin. Oh. And there was a spring. This is the spring that goes in here, because this pops up to hold the slide in place. And when you pull down on the takedown levers, this piston or whatever goes down to let you take the slide off. And then the spring pushes it back up to lock it back into place when you put the slide back in place. So we're gonna try pushing this back pin that I didn't think had anything to do with that, because I thought it was kind of like the Glock. So we're going to push that pin out. There it is. Push from the thin part out, because there's a fat part that you're not going to be able to push out. So now we're going to try this again. What the hell? That's why it wasn't coming out. I was trying to do it like the Glock. You have to take all the pins out in order to take everything out, just to take off one thing. So I guess this is kind of like the SIG, that the whole thing comes out, if I'm not mistaken. So there you guys have it. Make sure you take out all the pins out first before you take this whole housing out, because you won't be able to take out just the lock and block out. So now that we have that out, I'm gonna grind just a little tiny bit that corner there, because there is a higher corner. It's obviously done on purpose, but I'm just gonna file it just a little tiny bit just to see if it makes a difference when I take it to the range again. And if it doesn't, and I messed it up, then I'll get another slide release stop from SAR. I'm pretty sure I can find it. So let's see what we can do. That should be enough. Now let's put this thing back together. Hopefully I did it all right. There's a wire that came out. So I saw where the wire goes. So if you pull it up a little bit, there's a triangular shape on the locking block. And that's where the wire goes. You follow that shape. Oh crap, now I got another issue. All right, there we go. So you follow that shape. So I am going to put it in there. The shortest part in there. And then the rest of it goes out. You have to make sure that it stays in place. Then you put your slide release in there with the trigger. And then start putting the pin through. I guess I didn't mess it up after all. And you guys learned something. There we go. There it is. It's all the way through. Now we're gonna put this back in here. Push it back into place. Now we're gonna put the housing pin for the back area. Skinny part first. Just push it in. Make sure the holes are aligned. There we go. Now it's in place. Now we're going to put this piston thingy with the spring with the flat pointy part towards the left, straight up. And that's gonna go in this hole. There we go. It's in there. Now you want to put the pin, which is the real thin one that has these little small points on the side. That's the pin that goes through here. You're gonna press down on it, slide it in, press down on this middle piston part, slide it in until you see the two ends on the side. Now we're going to put the takedown lever plastic on there. You want to push and then put the left side. Until it clicks. Has to be even on both sides. This takedown lever is crazy dumb. They should have done way better on this. It's ridiculous. think I almost got it. I'm making sure that it's popping out on each side just a little tiny bit. This side's not doing it. This gun is awesome to shoot other than that slide release problem, but everything is like so freaking stiff and difficult. Almost there, come on. There we go. Next comes the last pin from the front here. We're going to do it the opposite side just to make it easier. It's always like that. So we're gonna push that in. There we go. All right, it's in there. Now we are going to make sure that this works. All right, so we're gonna put this back together. Apparently I had to wiggle the slide release stop a bunch of times for the little wire to fall into place where it needed to be. There we go. All right guys, cleaned it, oiled it. Feels smoother. And check this out. I'm able to press the slide release stop and make it go forward. Before, it was so hard I could not even do it with two hands sometimes. Now it's still a little stiff, but it's working in. So that little shave that I did with the dog nail grinder worked perfectly. Hopefully it works at the range. Stay tuned.